In this week's episode, from painting house numbers to exhibiting overseas. But first, prison gave him a fresh start, turning him from a criminal into a successful businessman. Hello and welcome. What initially seemed like a phase that would pass with age quickly spiraled out of control. Gauteng resident Kwezi Sikwebu dropped out of school and joined the criminal underworld. But of course, every decision taken, good or bad, has its outcome. Kwezi paid a heavy price for succumbing to peer pressure, but fortunately, he later found a way to turn his life around.
We hijacked trucks, we robbed businesses, we stole cars. And I was just loving it, you know, because we'd reason amongst ourselves that we're not killing people.
In the ensuing chaos,
one person was reportedly injured during the incident.
the arrests bring to a close a 6-month-long undercover operation.
I thought I was in a movie or something, you know? That's how I did things, because at that age, I wasn't mature enough. I wasn't, I didn't even know what I wanted.
It was only a matter of time before the law caught up with Kwezi Sikwebu. In August 1999, he was arrested in the Free State for armed robbery and car hijacking. Several more charges for crimes he committed in Gauteng were added to the docket. He received a 10-year prison sentence.
Kwakungathi ndingawa phansi, kungathi ndingathi vuleka mhlaba ndingene. And enye into ndandidriver, kokudriver mna kuzawudriver mna from all the way from eFreystad ndizawubuya naye apha, ndizawubuya apha ekhaya. Kodwa uThixo wandenzela isimanga, wakwazi undithwala.
Kwezi Sikwebu was born and raised in Katlehong with his 2 siblings. In 1997, he lost his father tragically.
After my father was shot, it was just tough. We couldn't cope, you know, we couldn't cope, but my mother tried to stay strong for us.
Without a father figure at home, Kwezi started hanging out with the wrong crowd. Peer pressure got the better of him and he dropped out of school in his matric year.
I remember thinking that was just, school was now standing in my way because I was loving the life that I was living at that time.
Inhliziyo yami bebabuhlungu kakhulu because bendizama ndingumuntu umama obakhulisile ndindodwa. Beyi-3.
Now serving a 10-year sentence for armed robbery and car hijacking, reality kicked in.
In the morning when I woke up, seeing all these people and the bunks and the uniform, that's when it hit me. That's when it came back that, Joe, you are here for the next 10 years.
But instead of hardening him, prison seemed to give Kwezi a wake-up call.
I decided, you know what, that wasn't me. And I decided, you know what, okay, this is where I am. How can I make this work for me, you know? I'm in this situation, so what can I do to make it work for me, you know? That's when I decided to go back to school.
While in jail, he registered and finished his matric in 2000. The following year, Kwezi enrolled for a BCom degree with the University of South Africa, with his family paying for everything.
Xa ndimjonga ndambona ngathi uzimisele and ungathi ukhona into ayifundileyo.
I just wanted to make it happen, you know, so I was always inspired every day, you know. I wanted to become a better person, and I wanted to help others.
In his third year behind bars, Kwezi had become a role model, even teaching other inmates. After serving nearly 5 of his 10-year sentence, authorities were convinced he had been rehabilitated and was ready to face society. In 2002, he was granted parole. A few months after his release, Kwezi was extremely fortunate to secure employment.
I got a job as a delivery boy for Debonair's. And I remember delivering food for people I went to church and school with, and they'd look at me and think, oh, you're crazy, you know? And at that time, it didn't really matter because I knew what I wanted.
He later worked for an estate agency before joining a car dealership as a salesman. But his ambition was to run his own business.
He expressed an interest in our business model. He wanted to open his own franchise. And, you know, at first, after finding out, you know, about him, we were a bit skeptical. But, you know, his enthusiasm and his drive and his passion for the business and for the brand convinced us that it's someone that we could give a chance.
The tombstone manufacturer gave him a chance to run his own franchise, even assisting him to finance it.
It's been doing very well. He's basically, you can say if we were to pit them against each other in terms of franchises, his franchise would come out tops because it's the one, you know, that's the most productive in terms of the workforce, in terms of the sales, you know. Basically, they don't even take a holiday. They work 7 days a week.
Through persistence and determination, today Kwezi Sikwebu is a successful businessman with 20 workers. He employs mainly desperate young people from the townships as he doesn't want them to make the same mistake he made in his life.
The things I had done, you know, in the community, I felt bad, you know. I was remorseful for the things I had done, and the decisions I had made had affected a lot of people, you know, and I really wanted to make a difference. I really wanted to rectify my mistakes.
There you have it. As always, we appreciate your feedback. Against all odds at enca.com. You can also be in touch with us on Twitter and Facebook. Still to come, etching his name on the papers of history.